Hi, how long do you think this guy takes to solve the Rubik's Cube? Go on, take a guess. 20 seconds? 10 seconds? 5 seconds? No, surely not. Okay, well, you were right, it's 10 seconds. Except you're wrong. This was 4 years ago. This is the same guy who did this. What you just saw was the 3x3 world record average set by Timon Kolasiński in 2021. Let's talk about him. Timon is a Polish speedcuber who's been to 90 WCA competitions. 90 seems like a lot, right? But over 10 years, Felix Zemdegs has been to about just a little more than 100 competitions. Timon has gone to 90 in 4 years. Needless to say, this man has been practicing, and he's also been practicing well. If you go by his YouTube channel, the first video he uploaded was of a Pyraminx and not a 3x3. So he actually might have started out with Pyraminx, and he was really good at it. So good that he's the one that holds the current world record. Timon set his first Pyraminx world record just after 1.5 years of speedcubing activity in the WCA. Timon also raced head-to-head with Felix Zemdegs, and he won. With Felix Zemdegs. In the realm of speedcubing, there's also this term called pseudo-slotting, and this guy is a god. While solving a Rubik's Cube, most speedcubers use a method called CFOP, which stands for cross, F2L, OLL, and PLL. And it means just what it says. You first solve a cross, then you solve the first 2 layers, then OLL, which is orienting last layer, and PLL, which is permutating last layer. So what Timon does is, while other speedcubers would normally insert a pair or keyhole a pair, he is very efficient at pseudo-slotting, which is make a false F2L pair and insert it, and then it just becomes a pair. It's magic. He describes himself as efficient but slow. I'd say you're pretty fat. If you look at his speed solving wiki, he has multiple records, obviously, if you couldn't tell by now. He's world class. Under world records, he has Pyraminx average, Pyraminx single, 3x3 average. Under European records, he's got 3x3 single, and under national records, well, 3x3 average, 4x4 single, 4x4 average, 5x5 single, 5x5 average, 6x6 single, 6x6 average, Pyraminx single. I don't think I need to say this, but this guy is amazing. You might be wondering just how much practice does he do to get this good. Up until about a year ago, he said, and I quote, "As much as I'm awake, minus eating." You can tell it's his life, and he's made it so. In an interview with Phil Yu, the CEO of thecubicle.com, he said, and I quote again, "I leave my practice very flexible, doing alternating untimed and timed solves in order to implement new solutions into solve. Because of this, I actually don't know how much I cube. If I had to conservatively guess, I'd say anything between 4 to 8 hours a day." So I think we can place a safe bet that this guy practices a lot. Now, as much as we'd like to believe, his life wasn't all wishy-washy as we can see him on camera. Like, look at him.
Too many moves as Timon takes the final set 3-2 and the match 4-0, qualifying once again for the grand final. And Timon setting the new Monkey League record median of 5.59 seconds.
But when asked what cubing meant for him, he replied,
"Basically, giving me life, I guess."
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, basically before I started cubing, I was really depressed. And I didn't have anything to do. and then I found out about cubing, and it sort of gave me something to do, so I do it all the time now, and that's my life.
Timon was likely going through a lot, and finding happiness in doing something you love is truly a blessing, especially at his age. Also, can we talk about the hairstyle transformation? There is probably so much more to what we know as the pseudo-slotting god, but there aren't any good sources where I could take info from. Anyway, smash like, subscribe, comment, you know, the good stuff. As a side note, I actually don't know how to pronounce Timon's name.